Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 3 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we were able to add the stairs and insert some plumbing fixtures. Here, we're gonna continue working on this. Um, we are going to add in the kitchen. So what I'm gonna select is the section. We're gonna create a section line right here in order for me to see it. So press escape once you add this, and then you can basically click it here or go here on this section. So here I'm just gonna double click here and it automatically will go you to here. So once we're here, we're able to select or create stuff from this, and we will be able to select the face that we want to. So let's go back to level 1. We're going to create the shell, and then from the shell, we're going to create some cabinetries out of it. So we're going to create it using in place mask. So go to your component, drop down, model in place, and then look for generic model. After that, click on extrusion, and then now we're going to create a rectangle. The fridge will be on this spot, so I'm going to give a room. So this one, we're going to set this around 650. Around 700 will be good enough. And then on the other side as well, a rectangle, and about right here. Set this to 700 as well. And then once we have our L shape, we can now trim and then delete the middle. So now we're set. We could delete this and then trim it properly so that we don't have overlapping as well. So here we could give it around 850 room from this wall. And then now we can click finish. Another way is we could go to our 3D. So don't click finish yet. We're still gonna click here and do some void form. Okay, so now we're selecting this. We can then go to our section view so that we know the height that we're setting it. So here I'm just gonna use this. Around 900 would be good. That's about right. And then go to your 3D, and then now click create again. So this one we could set the material. So the material that I'm gonna set is so let's use this white stucco. So I'm gonna set that there, and then now let's go back here in the create and click void form. We're gonna create a void form sweep, and then here we're gonna pick the path first. We're gonna tell Revit that we want the void to be running on the exterior part of this. So once you pick that, click finish, and then after that, go back here onto modify and then edit profile. Once you edit profile, you will have this. Click on rectangle, and then from here, we could make our kick plate or our bottom plate. So around 100 and around 80. Yes. So now click finish, and then after that, click finish again by clicking modify, and we have our void form. So now it looks like cabinets now. Okay, go back to level 1 and let's create our top. So go back to architecture, model in place, generic model. This will be an extrusion again. Let's use the same one. So let me look into that again. I forgot the name, plaster, and then we chose wall texture stucco. So stucco. No, I'm sorry, this is a top, so it needs to be something stone. So let's use granite. And then here we just need to use our pick lines so that we could go around this. And then now we could just trim it out to size and click finish, and then go back to 3D and then pull it up first before you click finish. You can also click finish now and then just do your editing here as well. The good thing about model in place is it's very modded. You can mod it easily depending on your liking. So what I usually go do is pull it up like that. AL, so align. I'm gonna align it to the face and then to the bottom face of the top. And then most of the time it's only 1 inch, 25.5, around 25 millimeters. Okay, so that looks about right. So we have our top and we set the material properly. It's gonna be something like that. Okay, let's do our top. For our top, we could do this at the same time as well from the bottom. So model in place, generic model. This is another extrusion, but the same stucco as the bottom. So I just want the same one. Or actually, I changed my mind. We can change a different tone of wall material. So it's better to change it up. Let's use the Sako scores instead. So that once we're in Twinmotion, we could change that. Here, let's do it again. But now, if you notice, it's about a bit shorter, around 400. That will be good. And then here again, around 400 would be good. Now let's trim it up. Okay, and then trim this. Click finish. Don't click finish first. And click finish now. And I want it to be all the way at the top. What we could do is we could use align as well, so that it's absolutely at the top of the wall. And then don't worry, we're gonna add in more so that it will look like it's a drawer. Some drawers, some cabinetry right there. So let's insert the fridge. So I just want to make sure that we have the proper size of fridge. So go to insert, go back here, specialty equipment, domestic, and then we could have it at mid-range. We have some of the equipments right here. We could use the fridge, which is this one. Now let's go to level 1 and then CM, and then we have the fridge right here. You can turn it around by pressing space bar. Let's add it here for now. You can click the fridge, and then what you could do is you could click edit. We don't want the text anymore, so uncheck this. Apply, and then OK. Now we should align it, AL, align it right here at the wall, and then align it from there. And then this wall, we're gonna push it a little bit like there. What I'm planning to do is I want to add a case here, so a different case from the rest. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to click here and then pull this back a little, even here. So I'm gonna do that on all of them. So align. And here I'm gonna pull this at least in the middle so that I could create the shell as well. Now if we look at it, so we're gonna create another section looking here. Now press escape and then double click here. You will now see our fridge is looking good. Let's set our materials. So I want to make sure that there's materials set already, so which is good. We have everything. Now let's add in. So for the cupboard, let's align it from the top of here. So AL. So at least we have a gauge of how big we have and everything is aligned, we're also gonna add in a backsplash, so that will be nice as well. And then here we could add in a model in place again. So generic model, this is another material, another extrusion as well. So we're gonna pick a plane, we're gonna pick this wall, and then change the materials first. So for me, so that I could set different materials later on, is I put everything on different materials for now on Revit, so that once we're in Twinmotion, I could set it differently. So I don't need to go back and forth. So now I'm gonna do it like this, and then another one right here. So we could delete that. SL, type in SL, that's the split element that we did earlier. Press escape after that, TR. Now we could trim. Now it's a case for this. Click finish, and then we could set it up right here so that we could push it just about right here and click finish. We could click align, align it to this wall, so we could just manually do it from the face like that. Now if we look at it at 3D, it's looking like that. It's a much better looking kitchen right now. We just need more cabinetry, like the face of the cabinet. We need that to be added. We need to add some voids if we need to. Similar idea. If we need a void here, we need to edit this place and then click create a void. And then because this is different to this one, we need a void as well right there. So now, so let's do the island. So let's go to level 1 again, zoom out, and then let's add in the island right here. So I'm gonna click architecture again, drop down component, model in place, and then click on generic model. This will be generic model number 5, extrusion, and then this will be, let's use rectangle, and most of the time I like it right about here. I just want to make sure that we have enough room for people to walk by. So that's good enough. Okay, and this is big enough. We could just move this one a bit backward like this so that we could put in some chairs right here, and we should align it right here. So AL. So I'm happy with the island. Now let's change the material. Okay, so let's use a different, so let's use this. Click finish. I'm gonna see it on our first section, and I'm gonna pull it up. Similar height, and then don't click finish yet. Go back to level 1. We need to create the top. So go to create again, extrusion, and then here we're gonna extend it a bit right here. So like a island counter. So AL on this side, and then here let's put it right here. So I'm happy with this. Click, before you click finish, let's change the material. Another stone. And let's use this stone. Click apply, OK, and then click finish. And let's go to 3D. We could click finish because we could just pull this up by itself. So actually, let's edit in place, and then let's pull this up first. Let's pull this one a bit far like that, so that I could align it from the base face to this face. So I know everything is aligned like that. And then I'm gonna align it to this face as well. So everything is aligned all together. And then now we can click finish. So everything is looking good. We have our living room here. And then we just need to finish up adding all those detailed here. So I'm happy with this. And let's continue on the next video. Thank you for watching and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.